Watch this full series at the links in the description below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch new mental health videos every week.
You said that you're grateful for everything that's happened to you. And we'll talk in a little bit more about your relationship with a man, and it was a bad relationship, an abusive relationship, but you were even grateful for that. That was, I don't think I'm there yet in my life to be grateful for something that negative, that hurtful. But you are. How do you do that?
Because if I don't, I think I'd be in a really bad place. He is a person who, he also, I think, brought me to rock bottom. And I needed that. You know, it wasn't just him. It wasn't just, there was a lot of other things. That? I did. I think I did. I think my mom, since I was 15, was telling me I needed to go to inpatient therapy, and I wasn't listening. And I think until I was hearing people around me saying, I don't know you anymore. I don't know who this person is. My best friends, and he brought me there. So in a way, he escorted me to the most healing in my life. And maybe had I not had that abuse and been in that situation, I don't know that I would have gotten there. And I might still be in the need of getting to a hospital. And that's the action I needed. So he created that action, right? So he put me, there was a point where I'm calling the police. I know. And I had this big job ahead of me, and I had all these bright things in my future. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I here? How is this happening? Who am I? And that was what I needed, was to be in a police car. And now having kids, it's really interesting to watch. The innate part of us, there's such a nature to it. My 3-year-old is me. He's worried about what everybody else, he's such an empathetic person from birth. He's gonna need more training, emotional training, on how to set boundaries with people, on how to not care, because I want him to care. I love how much he cares about other people. But like, if his friend Dominic in preschool is having a bad day and then it ruins Adrian's day, like, we got an issue, that's where we have to build the thing. And then life just keeps coming at you. Whereas my 1-year-old, he's already flipping us off with his eyes. Like, he could care less what your deal is or what you have to do. And that's coming from the same parents in the same situation. Nothing has changed. And we have 2 totally different people. And so now melding those to be, one, a little bit more empathetic and a little bit more like care what other people are saying once in a while, follow a couple of rules. And then the other is to build him up, that he knows that he has value and truth. So I don't think it's all environment. I don't think my parents made me this weak, people-pleasing. Did they emphasize it? Yes. And that's where I think that I learned in that moment, something had to go. Something had to change. Because I had done all of those other things, and why was I going to let it end right here? Why was I going to let him keep me? And the other thing is, and I want to talk about the beginning. I wish he would have, I still have that feeling. I wish I would have been in a physically abusive, because I don't know what that is, and I felt like it could have been easier, because it's like you get hit and you're done, whereas you can be tortured. And I did, we do this thing every 5 years at ABC. It's like a training for if you're kidnapped and you're covering war, or if you use first aid. So they put us in this like 2-day camp, and they take us and they do these interrogations and all these things. I was really good at that because of him. And like, that's when I knew how much I was not wrong, is that they treated me the same way as if they were in the Middle East,
Your abusive boyfriend made you good at surviving being interrogated by terrorists.
Yes, that's what it was. And that's when I knew how bad. That's when it really put a cap on it, when I was like with flying colors making it through the interrogation, because I knew how to take so much from somebody and not be, you can get broken down to a certain point, but he like conditioned me to do that. And then I think he liked that. It was a fun, it was a good game for him to keep making me feel worse and getting me to that point and breaking me. And it maybe it takes an hour the first time, and then by the time 2 years has passed, it's a full 2 days or something.
There is a thought, I think, by a lot of people who would categorize emotional abuse below less severe than physical abuse or sexual abuse. But after reading that, I don't see how you could categorize them any differently.
Abuse is abuse.
Abuse is abuse, exactly.
And I think that it's, and there's, it doesn't stay with you any different. It took years, and it's still taking years of me figuring out how to be a stronger, better, whole human because of how much that tore me to my core, right? And so although he led me there, I had to, and still have, I don't know if it's like a post-traumatic thing, but I still have moments of having to check myself on my value. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's like,
what do you mean by that? I'm confused.
He's not here anymore. He's not the one. So these people aren't doing that to me. So I'm reacting to them as if I'm being, it's like my boss or something saying something. I think I'm reacting sometimes at first. My gut emotion is to react with that kind of abused puppy feeling. And now I have to be like, wait a minute, these people aren't doing this to me.
Right.
They're not doing this intentionally. They're not doing, and he wasn't either. And this is where I've been able to get to a place. This is the end of the longest answer ever. He wasn't doing this because he is evil in a way, but he's not. He's also a very hurt person, and it has been an emotionally abused person his entire life. And so in the R. Kelly situation, for example, I always thought if he just came out and said, I did this, and here's why. It's a circle of abuse that has been around forever, and I want it to stop right now. That would be the most powerful thing for him to do. And so that was my way, I hope, of breaking and hopefully helping somebody else that's in that circle. I can't because I'm not the abuser, but if the abuser could get helped, and the abuser could say, but that, doesn't really make sense with them because that's, their number one thing is they're not wrong. So, but that would have been so powerful. And I don't think I don't think any of these people mean to be from their core. Again, I don't think they go out being evil. There are very few people, I think, on the planet that go out to hurt. And where they come from, we're all babies at one point. We're all like these, but we're molded and melded, and then we make choices, and then the choices have to be defended. That is something in him that I don't know, that's why I'm able to get over it and be grateful for, because I realize he's hurting too.
Thanks for watching. Check out the links below for more information on how to access this full series, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch new mental health videos every week. Did you like what you heard in this video? If you want to ask a MedCircle doctor a question directly, you can learn how by visiting the links in the description below.